Maybe siya po ang nag-set up ng ating media roundtable para makaupo ako dito ngayon.
Good afternoon po. So first off po, we'd like to formally welcome our media friends from print, TV, and online. So thank you for joining us at today's PhilPop's bootcamp here at Lingayen.
Ito naman muna natin kung saan galing yung mga media personnel natin na nandito.
We'll introduce everyone.
I'll let them introduce themselves na lang. Since onti lang naman tayo. So, starting with Sir Cesar.
Hello po, ako po si Cesar. Katinggal po from Net25 Television.
Edwin Salian from Daily Studio.
Diretso question na sana.
Jack Ferrador from Wonderful Eyes at Big Hearts. Rivelin na ko yan po from Jarry Pinoy. Tabloid ko.
Conan Altatis of ConanDaily.com.
Hello.
Oliver Nasbo from News 5. Amanda Lago po from Ramblin.
Fandom Diaries YouTuber.
Alright, so for our roundtable discussion, our coaches will be joining us. Of course, we have Sir Marlon, and then Sir Thyro, and then Miss Yumi Lacsamana, and then Sir Davey Langit, Miss Trina Belamide, and then Sir Jim Paredes, Sir Jungee Marcelo, and of course, our bootcamp master, Mr. Cayabyab, and of course, Miss Dina Remalacio, Executive Director of PhilPop. So for our, so to open the discussion, I have a question lang po. So how is this year's PhilPop event different from the previous years?
Sarap lang po.
Joke pa rin na uwi. Merong selected.
We've been to Batangas. That was our first bootcamp in May. Then we went to Tagum in Davao. That was our second one in July. September dito, this is our very first time to come to this part of the country, North Luzon. Of course, we've been to Baguio before, pero hindi yun yung bootcamp na program namin. So, what is very different is, for the first time, we have, yung observation ko is, marami kaming isda na. sorry. So we have a lot of our fellows coming not only from this area, not from northern Luzon, but a lot of them also came from southern Luzon. Siguro meron tayong taga Pampanga or meron din tayong taga saan yung pinaka-north natin na may nagkano? Batangas. Pero from La Union? No.
Isabela.
Baguio. We were hoping that we would be able to attract more people from this area because we wanted to tap more locals. And hopefully, siguro yung susunod namin na northern area will push more. So what's new? Well, ang wala dito ay si Noel Camamon. Siya yung kasama ko na master ng camp. Dalawa kami. And ang lagi namin kasama ay ito, sila. At sayang wala si Lara dahil walang si Lara dahil may sakit siya. Si Ben and Ben, they were here two days. Kaalis na nila kagabi. Sila din ay kasama sa coaching staff. Okay, and then you, ma'am.
I think, luckily, nakumpleto namin, again, minus Lara, kasi supposedly Lara is, supposed to be here, kaya lang nagkaroon ng problema. She's recuperating na right now. Pero this is the first time sana na nabuo yung dream team ng aming coaches. Yeah. Nandito si Thyro, nandito si Paolo and Miguel, nandito si Sir Jim, si Noel, everyone is here. Si Tot, kulang na lang pala si Toto. But yeah, Medyo mahirap-hirap kasi ibangga yung schedules ng lahat ng mga songwriters natin. These are very busy. But at least for this camp, halos na kumpleto namin ang dream team namin ng PhilPop. So yun, it's one of the major differences for this camp.
So now we'd like to open the floor to the media for questions. So please state your name and your publication.
Okay, hello po, I'm Conan again. So we expect for the fellows who are here to be submitting their songs. Nagkikritik po dito, sila yung magsasubmit mo for the PhilPop competition po. No? But I just want to clarify that the PhilPop competition will not be exclusively for them. You may accept entries from other writers.
Yes.
Open for it.
Okay.
For everybody.
I want to know po, anyone can answer po, I want to know if the criteria for judging that you will use today to select the top 3 will be exactly the same criteria for judging that PhilPop is using.
Yeah, we won't be judging songs, we'll just be critiquing them. So there is no contest that's happening now. What will happen is we will listen to their songs, and in fact, the songs that they'll be submitting today are not necessarily what they will submit, but we highly encourage them to present to us songs that they will enter into the contest, so that, kumbaga, medyo they have the advantage of us giving them our input or critique on their songs para pwede pa nilang ayusin kung merong mga kailangang ayusin, and it gives them an advantage when they join PhilPop 2020.
Idadagdag ko lang, I think we want to thank Marlon Barnego for being here. Importante kasi yung may arranger na nasa camp, and in fact, kung kailangan isubmit yung songs, Marlon, maybe you could answer, you can provide inputs dun sa tanong na niya.
Oh yeah, so in this particular use of cash this year in particular, malaki din yung focus sa time na binigay and giving them an overview on musical arrangement. Basically, the other areas in production maliban sa songwriting. And we believe kasi that these are things that they can also use as tools para maka-climb dun sa ladder na yun sa video na become a finalist in this competition.
Thank you. Paikot na lang.
So, my name is Rivalina Cuenca from Jollibee. Follow up po sa question niya. So, para po sa mga coaches, ano po yung mga kino-consider niyo po sa pag-critic po ng song? Thank you.
Check, yeah. Actually, for the critiquing of the songs, very important yung mga basic na parts ng isang kanta, like yung, of course, the lyrics, yung melody, yung pagkakakasal, yung marriage ng lyrics and the melody, yung story na gustong or yung message na gustong i-convey ng kanta, and also doon papasok yung, halimbawa, yung arrangement ng kanta, or yung, at syempre, kung ano yung gustong iparating na emotion ng kanta. Masaya ba? Tungkol ba sa unrequited love, or sa family, or ano. So maraming factors that come into consideration when it comes to critiquing the song. But ultimately, it's something na dapat competition worthy. Kasi yun po yung gusto namin mangyari dito, na yung mga kantang magawa nila, nararapat mapasama po dun sa PhilPop 2020.
My name's David from Diaries. The question, so just to clarify, so even the previous bootcamp for the one you passed, the one for PhilPop's, the top 5 winners, or they're just like just to say which is the top songs, but they're not actual entries yet for the
Wait lang, clarify lang namin, the Tagalog is a special program in partnership with PETA and NCCA. I think si Mr. Jungee Marcelo can answer your question. Sir?
Yeah, iba yung naging system o program on the spot yun eh. Pinagawa sa kanila, tapos same day na-declare, or the day after na-declare yung winner. So, because that was the requirement, para, in fact, inaudition pa rin yung mga campers para ganito. Pero pagdating doon talagang pinagtrabaho sila ng matindi hanggang sa final product. And doon mismo, pumili ng 5, from the 5, pumili ng 3, 2, 1. Dito, ano lang to, preparing them to enter. They may enter a different song, maaaring hindi yung pinarinig nila, pero sabi nga ni Trina kanina, sayang, nandito na kami lahat, tapos ipapadating ko hindi yung song.
For the previous one, the top 5, are they automatically entered into the one for next year?
Those are two, Tagalog is an entirely different contest. It's a separate, kumbaga independent contest. It has nothing to do with PhilPop 2020 of next year. So a separate contest next year.
Topical.
So yeah, but yung criteria for judging, Tagalog was a themed contest. So syempre yung criteria doon may kinalaman doon sa adherence na to the theme, that yung passing, mga ganyan. Yung next year, walang theme. Ang PhilPop is just anything goes as long as it's a good song. So yun yung pagkakaiba.
Can be about anything else.
Yeah, it can be about anything.
As in the tradition of PhilPop, tinignan mo yung roster of songs ng PhilPop, iba-ibang topic. Kung ano-ano, mental, ugali ng Pilipino, love song.
All genres.
Yes, merong novelty, merong pop,
Pero walang choral pa masyadong
Wala pa.
Basically, what we highlight in PhilPop is the story of the Filipino people. It narrates the story of the Filipino people. Kaya kung napapansin nyo, hindi namin nililimitahan sa love song, kung ano-ano mga genres, kung ano man theme, dahil gusto namin democratic. But, kung titingnan mo kung ano ang pagkakatulad ng mga kanta, it narrates the story of the Filipino people.
Yes.
For Sir Jungee Marcelo. Yes, as at an early stage like this, ano niyo po masasabi sa isang fellow na nasa kanya na ang lahat?
Hindi na rin
Ano ba ko rin ka? Sa tayo ganyan ang lahat. Siguro kung talagang, which pinapatunayan naman ng PhilPop, para sigurong yung dati. You may call it nasa kanila na lahat kasi hindi lang siya nanalo ng grand prize ng PhilPop. Naging hit song pa rin siya. Bihirang mangyari yun. Laging actually stigma yun ng competition. Para bang nalalaman ng tao, ng masa, na grand prize yan, so huwag na natin ibigay dyan yung atensyon natin. Bihirang-bihira, you know? Oo, parang bihira yun. Pero yung dati, na-dispel yung myth na yun. You know, busted yung myth. Kaya pa lang mag-hit. And yun yung golden sana ng PhilPop in the future. In fact, yung nasa yun na lahat was not a winning song, but it became a hit. So that all tells you right away that you don't even have to win dito sa ganitong competition. Pumasok ka lang sa finals, posibleng magkaroon ka ng ibang reward o award, which is platinum or best-selling song. So, pwedeng mangyari yun. At pag nangyari yun, nasa yun na talaga na.
Maipasok sa mga.
Maipasok na.
Hello, Edwin. What prompted this particular bootcamp? Are you looking to improve the quality of submissions to PhilPop? Has there been a decline in PhilPop entries over the last 3 years compared to the early 3 years?
Contest that.
But, well, ang bootcamp kasi, nagsimula yan when we recognize that most of the winners are coming from Manila. From 2012 to 2016, napaka-Manila-centric ng competition. And of course, wala namang problema sana na Manila-centric. Kaya lang, we're missing to give the opportunity to other songwriters. And aside from that, gusto kasi namin gawin, ma-diversify yung mga kanta. Marami rin namang characteristics ang kanta galing sa Mindanao. Iba rin naman ang kanta galing sa Visayas region. And kung hindi mo siya strengthen by empowering these regional songwriters, kung hindi namin tutulungan yun, hindi kami magkakaroon ng diversity of songs. And kung napapansin nyo, most of these coaches, hindi na po sila sumasali sa competition.
Ayaw na pa sa list.
Overqualified.
Because they're very much willing to donate their time and energy to teach these young songwriters, very talented, para naman silang magkaroon ng avenue for at least ma-recognize ng tao ang kanilang talent. So yun, that's the reason why we felt compelled to use education as an arm in creating more songs that can add to the treasure trove of OPM. Yun lang po. Meron ba?
For the record lang, I've never won a competition. Lagi na-reject yung mga entry ko.
But you're the richest.
But you have the most royalties.
Magkaklase sila ng George.
Question ako about yung current music naman that we have. Ano ba yung, what do you think is lacking sa current music we have nowadays? Like, yes, kulang ba ng certain genre? Kulang ba ng certain theme?
I don't think there's anything lacking in the music nowadays. Ano ba? Wala. Yung global success na lang siguro. Pero ako, in my opinion, kasi like with this is the way I think. Every generation of music movements, like early 2000s, there was the band scene. Nag-re-emerge yung mga ayokong gamitin yung term, pero pogi rock, nag-emerge yun. Tapos nagkaroon ng acoustic movement, and then hip-hop, hip-hop R&B. Early 2010s, lumakas yung hip-hop because of, syempre marami na aliw sa flip-top, yung rap battle. And then ngayon, uso yung Moira sound. Wala pang proper name yun. Pero alongside the Moira sound, ang dami pa rin, there's December Avenues, there are the Ex-Battalions, the pangalan nitong dalaga. Ang pangalan? Sila Almost, Fourth Space. Kumbaga ngayon nga, actually, siguro most people nakafocus lang sa Moira style, pero if you broaden your ang daming iba't ibang genre, Ben and Ben, Shantido, disband. Kumbaga, actually, if you look closer, actually hindi ka closer, if you look wider, the landscape of the music industry now is very diverse. And I think I can credit that sa streaming services and sa dali ng, ano bang tamang term? Sa dali ng pagpapalaganap, the ease of making laganap these songs. Yeah. Making laganap these songs are very easy nowadays. So, ayun. So, I don't think there's anything lacking as for the,
One more question. How about people who have a good melody but they like great arrangements? How would they find someone and so for the way to help them? What would you suggest for composers, budding composers who have good melodies naman but they need help arrangement?
You could really help if particular composer would have a strong community, a strong good circle of musician friends. Kasi interconnected naman yung buong music industry. Interconnected eh. May mga nag-overlap na circles yan eh. So kung meron kang community, it's very, very likely when you live outside your box, marami kang kilala. There's a very strong likelihood na may kakilala at least yung kilala mo na ano yun. So yung community building isa yun sa pinubulit ng PhilPop, building this community para magkaroon ng better connection. Musicians, songwriters, producers, etc. Even those who are involved in the business mo sa kind of music.
You mentioned earlier that the landscape
landscape of music is very diverse. So what would make a song stand out in this very rich musical landscape?
Actually, ako, quite honestly, I don't know. Kasi, magugulat kayo na parang, talaga, nag-hit yan? Or when you look at the Philippine top 50 sa Spotify, parang may mga doon, talaga, hit song to? And then, ako kasi personally, there are some songs, hindi ko nasasabihin anong title, na parang, naiirita ako rito, pero bakit number 3, number 4 siya dito sa chart na to?
Ayan, check natin ang number 3.
So ganun. Let's leave it at we don't know anymore. Kasi even I bet a few years ago, labels would tell you na labels would be more parang wag to kasi may formula, wag to ganyan. But then there are English songs even na parang medyo according to in label terms mataas, they call it mataas, na nag-cross over to masa eh. Na parang, akala mo, like ito, example, Four of Spades. Traditionally, a few years back, if you present yung Four of Spades, yung song na buwan, present mo sa label, ay mataas, parang medyo hindi ka kagatin yan. But, di ba? Ngayon,
the whole ball game has changed. In the 70s, what is similar in the 70s was we had people recording in all genre in the 70s. We discovered, rock, jazz, ballad, country, disco, and all of that. So nangyari yun. Pero ang marketing or ang presentation ng material mo to the crowd has changed so much. People don't even go to record bars anymore. When you go to a record bar, makikita mo malaking posters nila, Beyonce and all of that. So yun ang papakinggan mo, di ba? Now you go to social media, and you can actually look at anything you want. So a catalog of the 60s can suddenly come up again and become a hit again, no? Because it's exposed out there. So I think what is really happening is, the market doesn't behave the way it used to, where you had, a big hit and everybody loved it and everything. Ang nangyari ngayon, maraming niche na nandun dyan that gives the impression that they are so popular. So may kanya-kanyang following na talaga. Like, unlike before, everybody would buy almost the same record. Ngayon, no. Sa hip-hop, itong number 1. Sa ganito, itong number 1. Wala na yung overall na talagang sabihin mong monolithic na hit, di ba? Bira na mangyari yun.
Would you say that's a good thing for OPM?
It can be a good thing. I mean, it is what it is, no? In this day and age, we're actually presenting ourselves to the world. To the world. So, as much as we listen to K-pop, somebody out there must be listening to some Filipino songs, but maybe we just have to find the right formula for world domination. Ganun.
Kasi kahit ano ng genre yan, kahit R&B or ballad, as long as it's OPM, I think, kasi yun lang naman ang gusto ng lahat para mapatunayan na OPM is not dead. And now I can say it's not dead. It's everywhere, actually. In different genres pa. Na hindi katulad, kasi before in the 90s, lahat, kung ano lang marinig mo sa radyo, yun lang ang pakikinggan mo. Kung ano yung mag-hit. Kaya ngayon hindi na iba-iba na ang market na natatap ng kada genre. So it's a good thing.
Sorry, idagdag ko lang. I think malaki ang factor ng relatability and marketing perspective para sa pag-market ng mga kanta ngayon. The more people na nakaka-relate sa kanta mo, mas mataas ang likelihood na mag-hit siya. Kasi mas marami makaka-appreciate nung kanta nyo. So, it's the story, the relatability of the story, the narrative of the song. That's on a marketing perspective.
So regardless of the genre.
Yeah.
It's regardless of the genre. One more question. How would you describe this year's batch of workshoppers? And how did you select
selection process.
Absent ako. Hindi yan.
Turuan eh.
Kayo yung pumili, di ba?
Ay, hindi. Sila yun.
Okay.
Sila.
Absent ka pa.
Kumain sila ng JT.
Oo.
But there is a normal process.
To listen to the songs, kasi they auditioned for this eh. Parang nag-submit sila ng entry nila sa PhilPop. Parang ganun siya. So, mag-submit sila ng original songs nila. And then, pakikita namin sila without knowing who they are. So, basically, it's their composition. Yun yung tumawid. Yun yung kinuha namin or in-adjudicate namin. It's a screening process of their songs. So, yun ang nagpatuloy na karapat-dapat sila nandito.
Yeah, there was a set of songs. So parang there was a call out for auditions for every camp. It happens na, okay, the next camp will be here. So yung call out will always be more or less on dun sa area na yun. And then when the entries or the songs are submitted, ilan ba yung nasa binibigay mo or less? You receive approximately
200.
Yeah, okay. So, and then merong committee. Well, some of us sit in a panel and listen. And then it's not like it's not just a matter of choosing the best songs. It's like, because we've been in the business for quite some time, we can tell if a song is may potential. Yung alam mo yun, parang this writer has what it takes to write. Meron lang kailangan i-tweak. Based on the song, medyo we get a sense of that eh. So yun yung mga pumapasok sa roster. And then it's narrowed down, and then you have the fellows that are chosen for each camp.
Siguro we would like to credit Elements Camp sa lahat ng ginagawa namin ngayon dito. Kasi sila naman talaga yung nasa forefront before. Sila rin simula ng mga camps na to. And in fact, marami kaming learnings na nanggaling sa Element. Kung napapansin nyo, yung mga coaches namin dito, galing rin naman sa Element. So, kahit yung pagpili ng kanta, cite an example, sina Paolo at sina Miguel, Elements yun. They were not, tama na, hindi naman sila stand out ng Element time nila, no? Hindi naman sila stand out. Yes, Moira, oo. But those learnings, kinuha namin yun from Elements and dinala namin sa PhilPop bootcamp. Basically, yung success stories nila or yung mga failures nila, kinuha namin para i-revamp at i-revise namin yung lahat ng kailangang baguhin namin para sa PhilPop bootcamp, even in the selection process.
Also, one of the things we learned or picked up from the Elements camps, one of the best things about camps like these are yung networking and access na nabibigay sa mga campers to the coaches and to the arrangers. Parang yun yung isa sa pinakamalaking benefits ng mga pumapasok sa mga camps na ganito. Yung sinasabi ni Tina na Visayas and Mindanao, most of them are already talented, and we have yung input namin, we like to think it's significant, but a lot of times they are already naturally talented. Tapos konting tweaking na lang, maybe more than the input or teachings that we are able to give them, nabibigyan namin sila ng access to our own network. And that actually helps them tremendously. Yun lang pala yung kulang minsan. So yun yung isang natutunan namin sa Elements Camp, kasi what that did was build networks, several networks. Lahat kami nagkaroon ng maraming mga friends, mga kakilala, and because of that, yun, mayroong trickle-down effect. So we took that and brought that to Visayas, Mindanao. That's what we're trying to do now sa PhilPop, is build a community of empowered songwriters.
Ano po, when I interviewed Maestro Ryan Cayabyab, sinabi niya po, also Sir Jungee Marcelo, sinabi nila po na yun pong hinanap niyo po ngayon sa mga campers ay singer-songwriters. Bakit po singer-songwriters? Does it means po ba na ito pong darating na PhilPop, sila rin po yung mag-i-interpret po nung kanila pong kakantahin? kanila pong sinabit na kanta.
Ako?
Ikaw daw nagsabi.
Ako nagkano lang.
Alam nyo, the singer-songwriter genre is, for us, I think the most ideal. Yeah, the true songwriting avenue would be the person who wrote the concept, wrote the idea. And ang dami ng examples from the past. All of them, from Pangasinan to James Taylor to Carol King, Paredes, lahat sila singer-songwriters. But truly, hindi naman namin nililimit. Marami kami nakita na hindi sila magaling kumanta. Doon sa mga, every camp, marami hindi magaling. Pero ang sinasabi namin, the best is to collaborate. Pagka alam nyo na hindi yun ang weakness nyo, you collaborate. But if you think that you have the chops for writing the music, pero yung singer-songwriter, sila yung nasa kanila na yung lahat. Lalo na kung ikaw pa yung arranger, ikaw pa yung producer, nasa kanila na talaga lahat. Yeah, si Thyro, nasa kanya na lahat. Kaya, ewan ko lang, may hugot din yan. Yes, I would just like to emphasize, when I had an interview by a more senior person, he said, when I was telling him that I was so excited that this generation, in this era, itong pagsampa na papuntang 2010s papunta dito, is a most exciting era for songwriters, for original Filipino music. Lingid siguro sa inyong, kasi nandun kayo eh. Nandun kayo. Ako pwede ko siyang tingnan from afar. There is really a strong movement towards original Filipino music. It's almost exactly like, malapit na, pero hindi pa namin naabot, yung excitement ng 70s. Nandun na siya eh. Kasi hindi, for the first time kami, nagkakasama-sama kami. Imagine, kasama ko yung mga rockistang songwriter. Kasama ko sila Jay Durias. I mean, nagkakaisa kami in terms of creating music and telling the young people, we will tell you how it's done, pero you do it yourself because definitely meron kayong lalabas na inyong music, yung genre nyo. Alam niyo, sinabi sa akin, nag-interview sa akin, alam mo, it is really a way. Noong 1970s, kasagsagan din ng film. Ngayon din, sabay-sabay umaakyat, di ba, ang film? Ngayon pa, may teatro pa. So ano yung sabihin nun? Nakakaroon ng movement. So itong generation na to, they're actually, isang movement na yan, going towards a more artistic or more cultural movement or feel, no? Nung sinabi ko, oo nga pala, nung sinabi niya sa akin, o noong 70s, Lino Broca, Ismael Bernal, naglabasan yung mga gano'n, ano? Mike De Leon. So, I said, oh. So, I think we're on that way. Nanggaling tayo doon sa wave na bumagsak yung mainstream film, bumagsak yung mainstream music. Meron silang nilabasan. Meron silang dinaanan iba. Which is why we're so excited kasi we're writing it. Nakasakay kami doon and we're very happy kasi parang kasama kami doon sa catalyst, kasama kami doon sa nagrara, nagtula. So, ano bang hinahanap? Ano ba yung, hindi ba?
Yeah, kasi ngayon din, yung sinasabi ni Mr. Z na umaangat yung film, umaangat yung music. Ang nangyayari kasi ngayon, tulong ang film and ang music. Na maganda ang film, dapat maganda rin ang OST. Diba? Lahat ngayon ng hit na movie, may hit din na OST. So yun ang siguro maganda po sa generation na to kasi lahat ng industriya nagtutulong-tulong na to to rise para umangat lahat sabay-sabay. So, yun lang din napansin ko, Mr. Sir.
Yeah, tulad din ng teatro, anong ginagamit nila ngayon? Hindi siya naging hit muna, pero ngayon, nung ginamit ang mga awit na OPM, Rock of Ages,
El Vivo,
Apo. So, ibig sabihin nun, it seems like yung paggamit ng OPM sa teatro was a very good move for theater. Kasi biglang, boom. So ngayon, anong ibig sabihin ito? Ngayon na nagkaroon ng audience, no? Dumadami audience ng ganong medium ng performing arts. Siguro ang mga susunod na lalabas yan, mga original na ulit. Original theater music, original works. Pero definitely, gagamitin pa rin muna yung mga jukebox, yung tawag ng jukebox hits. Kasi kaya nagpuntahan yung mga tao doon sa teatro dahil alam nila yung music na yun. Tapos napanood nila, ang ganda ng kwento. Ganun pa yung experience ng ganyan ng teatro. So sobrang, ako, I'm so excited. Kasi parang nagkasalabat sa labat yung music, film, theater, yeah. Merong movement na bago na puro bata. Sila yan, no? Ang sarap nung, it's a good time for us because I think kasama kami doon sa pag-lift doon. Kakagawa.
Ako, sabi niyo nga po, we are living in a digital age. Po. Yung pag-release ngayon ng mga kanta ay through digital platforms na rin po. Ano po ba yun? It is an advantage po ba yun sa music industry? Kasi kung dati po na pinipili yung mga CD, mga cassette tapes na nire-release po ng mga artists ang album na hindi naman po nagiging single po lahat. Mga 2 or 3 songs lang po nagiging single. Ngayon po kasi by releasing po ng mga kanta, nagiging single po because of digital age na natin po. There's an advantage po ka.
There's an advantage and a disadvantage. Ang biggest disadvantage ng digital age is piracy. No? Ang dali-dali ipasa ng work, tapos walang accreditation, walang royalty, walang ano, no? Yeah, but if, you know, for the, on the whole, if you want proliferation, digital really helps because it's the easiest, most democratic way to pass on information. In fact, ang inaamin naman ng buong music industry sa entire world, no, na sales of CDs are actually going down. That format is really dying, no? Noong 70s na, I was telling the kids here, sabi ko, a gold record was like 100,000 copies. Now, what is it now? 7,000. Kasama pa yung giveaway, di ba? Parang hindi lang doon, parang, huwag niya tanongin, basta ano na yun, 7,000 yun. So, digital is the only way to go, whether you like it or not. And another thing that we should really be negotiating with are digital delivery systems like Facebook that does not pay royalties pa as of now. What they're doing now is when you put music, they just warn you that they will mute the music because you don't own it. No? But they should be paying royalties. Nangyayari na yan sa ano. My source here is Paul Williams, who is the president of ASCA. When I asked him about 2 years ago, so what's the next big step? Sabi niya, we will fight Google and Facebook. Kasi sabi niya, they're big platforms, but they're not recognizing music.
I think they're gonna roll out something soon, Facebook.
There you go.
There's Facebook Philippines. I have a cousin who works there.
Oh.
I can ask her, but I think it's because YouTube is already paying, Spotify is already paying. So I think what happened is nangyari muna yung piracy, and then I think the whole global music industry found a way around it by means of streaming. Downloading is, I think, dying because when people can stream anyway, edi mag-stream na lang sila. But so now they found a way kasi meron ng ads. That's how you make the money. You have subscribers to certain and now it's not just music, but content. You have Netflix, you have Hulu, all these things. Sabay-sabay lumalabas yan because that is the global trend. I don't think it's bad or good. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So now the challenge for all artists is how do you monetize that? How do you put yourself in that scenario? How do you make the best of it?
At ina-play niyo po ngayon sa camp po na ito.
Yes.
Digital era na po tayo ngayon.
Yes.
Actually, sorry, discuss ko lang. Kasi ang problema, hindi yung problema, but the challenge in the digital age is that masyadong maraming clutter online.
Right.
So kapag dahil masyadong maraming online, then masyadong maraming content. Now, how do you fight that clutter? You have to create valuable content. And that's what we're teaching here right now. Hindi ka basta-basta gagawa lang ng kanta, ng labas. Dapat strategy ka sa paglabas ng kanta mo. Dapat maganda rin yung content mo. Kasi kung hindi, you're just one of those songs in Spotify, in YouTube, in any of those platforms. And it will just stay there.
Pati may timeline po.
Yes.
Ay, paano po yung sa music video po na ginagawa rin po ng mga musicians, ng mga artists?
What do you mean?
Kasi di po ba they're making din ng music video dun sa kanilang kanta?
Yes, parang nowadays,
kasi
music videos are a part of the creation of songs. Parang bago maging sikat, may kasama na siya. Kung hindi man simpleng lyric video, anything that accompanies the song, meron na siyang kailangan ng visual. So it's all part of, actually ang PhilPop 2020, when we get there, I'm sure the music, the songs that will become finalists will have accompanying music videos.
Wow.
We don't teach how to make those music videos in this bootcamp, but it's something that PhilPop as a whole will handle when the time comes.
You have something to say? No. I think before we lose the real reason, the biggest reason why we are part of this movement of teaching the young people is because all of us believe that music, aside from just being entertaining, aside from just having you listen to it and you dance to it and having you feel good about it, the music that we write is what keeps us together as a people also. It's a glue that binds us. I mean, you cannot, whenever I'm in the US doing concerts or etc., pag merong fiesta doon, ang music na sinaselebrate nila, Filipino music. Because parang yung music ngayon reminds them of home. That's why it is really our duty to propagate Filipino music because it is a beacon. Parang ito yung home. Ito yung inuuwian namin. Ito yung feelings namin. Ito yung damdamin namin. Now, I'll just give you a very concrete example. Nung high school ako, late 60s, ang music na pinapakinggan namin ay Beatles, lahat na narinig namin sa radyo ay galing sa ibang bansa. So you can imagine kapag kami ay nagre-reunion, ano yung music na pinapakinggan namin? Eh di yung music na aming kabataan. Yung music nung kami ay unang na-in-love, yung music na unang date, yung music na first dance namin sa JS Prom. Eh lahat yun, foreign. So can you imagine, lahat kami, pag bumili kami ng merchandise, foreign, picture ni John Lennon, picture ni Paul McCartney, picture. Eh siyempre ngayon din, ganun din, ang merchandise na binibili ng mga bata, picture ni Taylor Swift, picture ni, siyempre, the 90s, Britney Spears. Yan, kilala mo pa ba yun? Hindi kasi baka bata pa kayo. Anyway, Whitney Houston. So, what am I trying to say? Sobrang inggit ko doon sa mga lumaki noong 70s, siyempre 90s din, 70s na, ang lapit-lapit na nung sa 60s. Can you imagine pagka nag-aano sila, nag-get together, nakakatahin nila Apple Hiking Society, o Hotdog Band, o kakatahin nila kahit yung mga lahat ng kanta ni Basil Valdez, kakatahin nung high school group nila. Ang saya kaya, kasi ang kinakanta nila, yung mga naging popular nung time nila. Tapos noong 90s, ngayon, pagka nag-reunion yung mga college o high school noong 90s, ang kinakanta nila, kanta ng Eraserheads. So, what a big sobrang laki ng ginagawa ng musika sa buhay natin. Kasi it binds us all together, it binds generations together. That is the bigger picture. And eto kami, pinalalaganap namin at tinuturuan lang namin sila kung paano gawing maganda yung kanilang mga awit.
Hindi ba nakakatuwa na, at least from a performance point of view and a songwriter's point of view, I remember meeting somebody in Baguio who was singing our songs. And then when we got to the tip of Mindanao, kinakanta nila yung song natin. Sabi ko, wow, when did this happen? Dati, wala mga, we were like small neighborhoods only, nakalat-kalat lahat, ano? I think the more shared experience we have as a people, culturally, makes us more cohesive, makes us stronger, diba? Parang pinalaganap na natin finally meron tayong matatawag na homogeneous cultural DNA. Diba? Hindi gaya nung dati na talagang kanya-kanya, each island had its own, was living in a cocoon, di ba? O ngayon, you can all like Les and Olga. Oh, it's wonderful. That makes us more Filipinos, di ba? Yun lang.
So last question po from Sir Conan before we close the discussion.
Pwedeng dalawa. Kay Miss Yumi po, ano po yung advantages and disadvantages of for musicians collaborating with other musicians as opposed to working alone? Tapos kay Sir Ryan po, paano niyo po i-describe yung mga kantang ayaw niyo marinig mula sa mga fellows ngayon?
Hello, meron pa pala. Advantage, I think, doon muna tayo sa disadvantage. Siyempre, pag nakipag-rollout ka, may kahati ka sa royalty. Disadvantage na lang na po. May kahati ka. Baka may publisher ka pa. Pero kasi, ang publisher is 50. Kunwari, for example, it's 100,000 ang royalty mo. Publisher mo, 50%, so 50,000. Yung 50, may kakulat ka pa. So, 25 kayo. So, diba? Disadvantage. I think, yun lang naman. Pero ang advantage kasi, ang lagi ko ngayon iniisip is two brains is better than one. So, kung kaya mo mag-isa, then do it. Okay lang naman yun. Pero, kasi ako, dahil hindi ako marunong mag-arrange. At, I think, kasi yung tandem kasi namin, it's working. So, okay lang yun. Kasi mas maraming trabaho, mas okay. Kasi yung maging selfish ako na, sige ako na lang, bayaran ko na lang, hanap na lang ako ng arranger. Diba? Parang, okay lang naman, hindi naman ako madamot. And, hindi rin naman, it's for the song eh. Hindi na siya pang sarili na lang. It's para lang makagawa ka ng magandang song. Kung kailangan mo makipag-collab ka. Pero wala talaga siyang disadvantage na. Siguro dahil sa magkatalo kayo, may argument. Pero again, dahil pa rin yun sa kanta. Hindi dahil sa kasama ko. Wala siyang disadvantage. Ayun lang, yung royalties lang. Pera pa rin. Joke lang. Yun lang.
No, I think, tama yung sinabi niya. Pero kailangan meron kayong relationship talaga na it's a professional relationship na you're only working for the betterment of the song. And it's not a one-upmanship thing because it's not an ego thing. Kasi once it becomes an ego thing, mahirap mag-work collaboratively. At saka mahirap din yung binibilang, akin 10 words, ikaw 5 words dapat ikaw, 5% ako 10%. Mahirap yun. Kasi when you say collab, right in the middle. Right in the middle lang natin yan. Kahit kung di ba kayo, divided by 5. Whether yung isang ginawa niya, lahat music, dapat hindi niya iisipin niya ng kanya. Kasi from the start, nag-usap kayo. Collab ito. Yun na yung terms no? Pag-collab, ate, in the middle.
Kahit na one word lang yung contribution isa.
Kasi maraming ganyan sa States, sa ibang bansa, na kahit basta nandun sila sa loob ng room kung saan ginagawa ang kanta at nag-suggest sila ng let's say ilang words or melody, kasama na sila dun sa composition. So, walang gahaman. Huwag tayo maging gahaman. Kung gusto mo maging gahaman, mag-isa ka. Gano'n.
Yumi and friends.
Hindi pa rin Yumi and friends. Hindi pa rin.
Lahat ng word and names. With regards to your question about kung ano yung suggestion na dapat, kung ano yung dapat hindi na pakinggan. In terms of yung mga ganyan, hindi namin sila sinasabihan kung ano. Kasi each one is free to listen to what they want. Each one of them is coming from so different types of influences. So we cannot tell them what to do or what not to listen to. You know what we tell them, and this is across the board. Everybody says the same thing. If you want to stand out, you have to be different from everybody else. For example, gusto mo ang style, let's say, ng Beatles, gano'n. Kapag, sabihin natin isang tao lang, gusto mo ang style ng walang yakin. Beyonce. Lang naman sinasabi sa kanila na si Beyonce na siya. Hindi ka pwedeng Beyonce too. Like example, sabi rin ni Jim kanina, during our time, lahat is Elvis Presley of the Philippines. And of the Philippines. Ganon lahat. Ganon. You lose your personality by doing that. Therefore, the other thing that pinupokpok namin is, meron na nun eh. Meron na. Huwag nyo lang gawin yun. So, gumawa kayo ng iba. Of course, all of us start from influences. All of us will actually pick ideas from the past. Minsan lalabas talaga yung pagkabakarap ko dahil napakabakarap ng influence ko. Minsan hindi naiiwasan yon. Pero, habang alam ko na, uy, bakarap yun, lalabas pa rin na parang ako yun because of yung character ko. I have my own personality. Lalabas yun eh. Lalabas at lalabas. Basta ang point lagi na sinasabi namin, if you want to rise from the clutter, you have to contribute something different. An experience that no one has experienced before in terms of music. Kaya yun, hirap na hirap yun ang ginagawa namin dating wala pang gumagawa nito, kakaiba to. And we enjoy doing that.
Ako, I heavily advise yung mga, let's say I have a one-on-one talk with them. I tell them, you know what? Don't listen to what everybody's listening to because we all sound the same.
Yeah.
No? Listen to other people na hindi nila alam. No? Kung ma-influence ka nun, hindi kita yung tahi.
Hindi nila alam.
In other words, you're coming fresh. Diba? All artists are influenced by other artists.
Right.
But you have to make it in a way that it comes out as you. Without stealing, actually. You don't really steal. You get influenced. So don't get out of the lechon manok mentality. Nagtayo ng lechon manok doon, kutsa, pupira lahat, diba? O sa lahat, magtatayo ng lechon manok. Hindi ganun yun. So you kind of have to, listen to the beat of another drum. Not everybody's, staple.
Thank you po. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Alright, thank you po to our coaches, Ms. Dina, and of course the media for participating in this open discussion. So we'd like to request lang po for the coaches for a photo op.